Have you ever felt that strange sensation that the world isn't quite what it seems? That beneath the surface of everyday life, something else is pulling the strings. You're not imagining it. Every day, powerful forces are shaping what you believe, what you desire, even how you feel, all without your permission. What if I told you that your reality, the one you believe you chose freely, was actually designed centuries ago? A hidden code that's been running in the background of human civilization since the beginning. This isn't conspiracy theory. This is about the language of symbols, a silent influence perfected over thousands of years that bypasses your conscious mind and speaks directly to your subconscious. Today, you'll discover the truth that's been hiding in plain sight, and once you see it, you can never unsee it again. Are you ready to look beyond the veil? Look at the McDonald's arches you drove past this morning. Just a harmless logo? Think again. Those golden arches mirror ancient temple gateways, designed to trigger specific emotional and physical responses. Hunger, yes, but also submission and trust. You're surrounded by symbols every single day. Symbols you barely notice, yet they're subtly molding your beliefs and guiding your actions. This isn't random. It's a language older than words themselves. Your conscious mind processes about 40 bits of information per second. But your subconscious, it's taking in 11 million bits. And that's exactly where these symbols speak, in the vast ocean of your mind that you can't directly access. From the logos on your coffee cup to the layout of major cities, nothing is accidental. Washington, D.C.'s streets form perfect pentagram patterns. The United Nations logo divides the world into 33 sections, a number sacred to secret societies for millennia. These symbols bypass your rational thought and speak directly to your subconscious. They shape your perceptions, your decisions, and your feelings without you ever knowing. This silent influence has been perfected over thousands of years. But here's where it gets interesting. Once you can see the code, you can begin to break it. Knowledge is power. By understanding these symbols and their tactics, you start to break free from their influence. Let's start with the hidden language of numbers. These aren't just mathematical concepts, they're energetic blueprints that shape reality itself. The number 3 represents perfect balance and unity, found in the Holy Trinity, the 3 stages of life, the mind-body-spirit connection. The number 7 appears everywhere once you start looking. 7 days of the week, 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 musical notes, 7 chakras in your body. Ancient wisdom understood that 7 represents completeness and perfect cycles. These patterns aren't random. They're clues to the hidden structure of our reality. The number 13, feared by many as unlucky, is actually a powerful portal to transformation. There are 13 lunar cycles in a year, 13 major joints in your body, and 13 steps on the pyramid of the dollar bill. This isn't coincidence. It's a code hiding in plain sight. Perhaps most profound is the golden ratio, 1.618, the universe's blueprint for perfect harmony. It appears in the spiral of galaxies, the pattern of flower petals, the proportions of your face. Ancient architects built temples using this ratio to create spaces that resonated with divine energy. Now, let's talk about something they've tried desperately to hide from you. Your own inner technology for seeing beyond the illusion. Deep within your brain sits a small, pine-cone-shaped organ called the pineal gland, what ancient cultures called your third eye. Descartes called it the seat of the soul. The ancient Egyptians venerated it in their symbolism. This tiny gland produces DMT, the most powerful psychedelic known to science, and can connect you to higher levels of consciousness and perception. But here's the disturbing truth. Your pineal gland is under attack. Fluoride in water, calcium in processed foods, even certain pharmaceutical drugs all contribute to calcifying and shutting down this vital gateway to expanded consciousness. Is this coincidence? Or by design? The pineal gland is your doorway to a new level of awareness. Think of it as your inner antenna connecting you to intuition, dreams, and spiritual insights. When activated, it allows you to see beyond the physical world and access levels of perception most people are cut off from. Now let's explore another hidden code, sacred geometry. These aren't just pretty shapes. Circles, spirals, triangles, even the arrangement of stars are not random. They're blueprints of divine forces, the building blocks of reality itself. These same patterns appear throughout nature, from the spirals of galaxies to the very structure of your DNA. It's as if the universe is whispering, "Look closer. This is the code of creation." Ancient civilizations understood this. That's why these exact patterns appear in monuments worldwide, from different cultures that supposedly never contacted each other. These sacred shapes are said to influence energy and consciousness. Many esoteric teachings reveal that these forms act as energy portals, transforming your mind and even altering the reality around you. The ancients built their sacred spaces using these exact proportions to amplify spiritual energy. Today, we've forgotten this wisdom, surrounding ourselves with chaotic, disharmonious shapes that drain our energy. Let's talk about another hidden code that shapes your reality: sound and vibration. Ancient wisdom and modern science reveal that every thought, every emotion vibrates at a frequency that affects the reality you attract. When you elevate your vibration, you start drawing in positive experiences, people, and opportunities, like you're tuned into a higher frequency of life. This isn't just spiritual talk. It's demonstrable through cymatics, the science of visualizing sound. Imagine this. As sound waves pass through sand or water, they transform chaotic particles into intricate, beautiful geometric patterns. Different frequencies create different patterns. The universe itself is constantly vibrating, creating the forms we experience as physical reality. Studies show that specific sound frequencies can reduce stress, boost immunity, and even relieve pain. Researchers are discovering that certain frequencies may promote healing at the cellular level. The frequency, 432 Hz, known as the healing frequency, has been found to be mathematically consistent with the patterns of the universe. Yet modern music was standardized to 440 Hz in the mid-20th century, a frequency that creates subtle dissonance and tension. Your everyday consciousness is like viewing the world through a keyhole. But what if you could open that door, expanding your perception to witness deeper layers of reality? Ancient civilizations understood that altered states of consciousness, achieved through meditation, breathwork, or sacred plants, weren't escapes from reality, but doorways to greater truth. There are altered states of consciousness, from lucid dreaming to astral projection, that unlock realms of awareness beyond anything you've experienced in your normal waking state. In these states, many report accessing information they couldn't possibly know, seeing distant locations with perfect accuracy, and experiencing profound insights that transform their understanding of reality. The science is finally catching up to what ancient traditions always knew. Studies of meditation masters show extraordinary brain states, increased gamma wave activity, unprecedented synchronization between brain regions, and access to normally dormant neural networks. What's most fascinating is that these states can be learned and cultivated. What could you uncover within these hidden realms of consciousness? The possibilities are limitless. From healing deep trauma to accessing universal knowledge, from developing extraordinary abilities to connecting with aspects of reality that exist beyond our limited physical senses. This is the greatest frontier of human potential, and the one most aggressively suppressed throughout history. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Who would want to keep this knowledge hidden, and why? Throughout history, knowledge that could empower individuals has been buried, restricted, or even banned by those in power. This pattern runs from ancient priesthoods to modern institutions. Knowledge is power, and power likes to remain in control. Maxwell discovered ties between ancient symbols and modern power structures that will make you question everything. Secret societies have preserved and wielded this knowledge for thousands of years, steering history, shaping nations, and controlling global finance, all while remaining unseen. This shadow network reaches back to the ancient mystery schools of Egypt and has woven its influence through history to become part of today's most powerful institutions. Hidden in plain sight, this force has silently steered wars, set trends, influenced what we believe, and controlled who rises and who falls, all while most of us remain blissfully unaware. The evidence is hidden in plain sight, from the street layout of Washington, D.C. forming perfect pentagram and Masonic compass patterns, to the precise mathematical alignments of ancient sites with stars, to the recurring symbols in corporate logos and government seals. Once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee it. So what's the solution? Is it all doom and gloom? Absolutely not. In fact, we're living in a unique time where this hidden knowledge is becoming accessible to everyone, not just the elite few. By learning to spot these symbols and understand their power, we can begin to break free from their influence. We can take back control and start seeing the world as it truly is. Knowledge is power. By understanding the symbols and tactics they use, you can start to break free from their influence. This awareness isn't just a defense. It's your key to taking back your reality. In the coming segments, we'll share practical steps you can take to protect your mind, detoxify your pineal gland, raise your vibration, and reclaim your innate power to shape your own reality. Remember, these systems of control can only operate when we remain unaware of them. The moment you become conscious of how these hidden codes work, you gain the power to choose whether to accept or reject their influence. You become the active creator of your reality, rather than a passive consumer of someone else's design. We stand at a pivotal moment in human history, where the ancient knowledge that was hidden from the masses is becoming widely available. The very technologies created to control us can now be used to awaken us. The symbols designed to program us can be decoded and reformed. This isn't just about escaping control. It's about reclaiming the extraordinary human potential that has been suppressed for millennia. In the next part of our journey, we'll dive deeper into practical techniques to reclaim your sovereignty. From activating your pineal gland to recognizing and neutralizing symbolic manipulation, to raising your vibrational frequency and expanding your consciousness. Are you ready to see how deep this goes? Are you prepared to take back control of your reality? Let's begin with practical steps to decalcify and activate your pineal gland. First, eliminate fluoride exposure by using fluoride-free water and dental products. Add these powerful natural detoxifiers to your daily routine: chlorella, cilantro, and raw apple cider vinegar, all proven to help remove heavy metals and toxins that calcify this vital gland. Regular sunlight exposure, particularly during sunrise and sunset, when UV is minimal, directly stimulates your pineal gland. The ancient practice of sun gazing, with proper safety precautions, has been used for thousands of years to activate higher consciousness. Even 10 minutes of indirect morning sunlight can help reset your circadian rhythm and stimulate pineal function. Specific sound frequencies can powerfully activate your pineal gland. The note A at 432 Hz resonates with the natural frequency of the universe and has been shown to create coherent patterns in water and consciousness. Ancient solfeggio frequencies, particularly 528 Hz, known as the miracle tone, are reported to repair DNA and awaken consciousness. Try meditating with these frequencies daily for just 15 minutes. Ancient breathing techniques directly stimulate your pineal gland and shift your consciousness. The yogic practice of Khechari Mudra, where the tongue gently touches the soft palate, creates an electrical circuit that activates the pineal. Even simpler is alternate nostril breathing. Inhale through your right nostril, hold, exhale through your left, then reverse. This balances your hemispheres and stimulates the pineal in just 5 minutes of practice. Now let's talk about protecting yourself from symbolic manipulation. The first step is simply awareness. Consciously notice the symbols around you and question their purpose. When you see corporate logos, government symbols, or even architectural designs, ask yourself, what is this trying to make me feel or do subconsciously? This conscious questioning breaks the hypnotic effect these symbols are designed to create. Create a mental filter when consuming media. Before watching television, scrolling social media, or even walking through a shopping mall, set a conscious intention. I am aware of attempts to influence me subconsciously, and I choose which influences to accept or reject. This simple practice creates a powerful psychological shield against unconscious programming. Create your own sacred spaces using conscious symbolism. The environments we spend time in program our subconscious. Remove or neutralize manipulative symbols in your home and workspace. Replace them with natural elements, sacred geometry patterns, and symbols that resonate with your highest intentions. Even simple changes like reorganizing furniture into more circular, flowing patterns, rather than harsh angles, can shift the energy and consciousness of a space. Now let's explore how to raise your vibrational frequency, the energy field that determines what you attract and experience in life. Ancient wisdom and modern science reveal that every thought, every emotion vibrates at a frequency that affects the reality you attract. When you elevate your vibration, you start drawing in positive experiences, people, and opportunities, like you're tuned into a higher frequency of life. Simplest and most powerful frequency-raising practice is gratitude. Scientific studies at Heart Math Institute have shown that feelings of genuine gratitude instantly create coherent heart rhythms, synchronize brain hemispheres, and emit measurable electromagnetic fields that extend several feet from your body. Each morning and evening, spend 3 minutes in deep gratitude, not just thinking about what you appreciate, but fully feeling the emotion in your body. Conscious breathing instantly shifts your frequency. When you're in fear, stress, or lower vibrational states, your breath becomes shallow and irregular, further reinforcing those states. The ancient 4-7-8 breath pattern. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8, activates your parasympathetic nervous system within 60 seconds, raising your frequency and creating a coherent field that protects you from lower energetic influences. What you consume directly affects your frequency. Living foods, fresh fruits, vegetables, and sprouted grains carry high photonic energy that raises your vibration. Processed foods, alcohol, and artificial ingredients create density and lower your frequency. Water is perhaps most important. Structured water, created through vortexing or exposure to sunlight, has been shown to carry information and raise cellular vibration. For 3 days, try eliminating all processed foods and observe how differently you feel and perceive. Nature instantly raises your frequency. The Schumann resonance, Earth's heartbeat at 7.83 Hertz, synchronizes with your alpha brainwaves, creating coherence and higher perception. Trees emit measurable energy fields that harmonize human biorhythms. Simply placing your bare feet on natural ground for 15 minutes, a practice called earthing, has been scientifically proven to reduce inflammation, improve sleep, and raise your vibrational state. Make daily nature connection a non-negotiable practice. Finally, Let's explore consciousness expansion, the ultimate key to breaking free from control systems. Meditation is the most direct path to expanded awareness. Even 10 minutes daily of simply observing your thoughts without attachment begins to create distance between your true self and the programmed patterns running in your mind. As this space grows, you gain the freedom to choose your reality rather than having it chosen for you. Explore altered states of consciousness through practices like lucid dreaming, where you become conscious within your dreams. Start by simply asking throughout your day, "Am I dreaming?" and performing a reality check, like trying to push your finger through your palm. As this habit transfers to your dream state, you'll begin to awaken within your dreams, discovering a profound training ground for consciousness that ancient traditions have used for millennia to transcend physical limitations. Remember, these practices aren't just spiritual luxuries. They are practical tools for liberation in a world designed to keep you limited, distracted, and controlled. By implementing even a few of these techniques consistently, you'll begin to notice the veil lifting. You'll see the symbols and patterns that once controlled you unconsciously. You'll feel your energy and clarity increase. And most importantly, you'll reclaim your power to consciously create your reality. We stand at a unique moment in human history. The very systems designed to control us are now being used to spread this awakening. Share this knowledge with those who are ready. Practice these techniques together. Form communities centered around higher consciousness and freedom from manipulation. The more of us who awaken, the faster the old systems of control dissolve. The choice is now yours. Will you remain in the reality that's been designed for you? Or will you step through the doorway into your true potential? The symbols, numbers, and sacred geometry that have been used to control can now become tools for your liberation. The hidden codes are being revealed. The next chapter of human consciousness is being written, and you are an essential part of this great awakening. In our next episode, we'll dive deeper into the specific symbols used throughout history to program mass consciousness and exactly how to reprogram your own mind for freedom, abundance, and expanded awareness. Until then, begin implementing these practices daily. Your journey of awakening has already begun. The codes that once controlled you are now becoming the keys to your liberation. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. Remember, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is freedom. We'd love to hear about your experiences as you implement these practices. Connect with us at the links below to share your awakening journey and access additional resources for expanding your consciousness and reclaiming your reality. Until next time, stay aware, stay sovereign, and keep raising your vibration. One final thought. This awakening isn't meant to be experienced alone. Find others who are on this path. Share what you're learning. Support each other through the challenges that come with expanded awareness. Together, we're not just breaking free from hidden control systems. We're creating a new paradigm based on conscious choice, authentic connection, and the realization of our extraordinary human potential. The dawn of a new consciousness is here, and you are not just witnessing it, you are part of creating it. Every mind that awakens accelerates this great shift. Every person who reclaims their sovereignty weakens the old systems of control. This is the greatest revolution in human history, not fought with weapons, but won through awareness. Welcome to your awakened reality. The choice has always been yours. The power has always been within you. Now that you can see the codes, you can rewrite them. Now that you can feel the frequencies, you can change them. Your journey continues beyond this video, into a life where you are the conscious creator, not the unconscious consumer. We honor your courage to look beyond the veil, and we celebrate your awakening.